We still have 45 seconds. Talk amongst yourselves. Welcome to the board. I'll call you up when it's time. All right, Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
We are going to begin our service this evening by singing the Journey song on our purple piece of paper. Our Torah portion, double Torah portion for today is all about journeys. And so we're going to be beginning our service and ending our service with this song. I'd like to call up Julie Browenoff to offer us some announcements from the board. She's a brand new board member, and we are delighted that she's here. This one has a step.
Hi. No, you have to go to this mic or that mic. I was saying this has a step.
Okay, hi. Shabbat Shalom. I am Julie Romanoff, representing the Board of Trustees, and I would like to welcome you to the temple this evening. The Kiddush this evening is in loving memory of Lily Himmel from parents Bill and Terry Himmel and grandparents Cheryl and Barry Himmel. Whoops, I said Barry first, didn't I? I meant Bill. I did it right? Okay. Saturday, August 16th, march with us in the Toledo Pride Parade. For the first time, the temple will be participating in the Better Together faith group. The parade starts at 12 noon. For details, see the Temple Talk. Mark your calendar. The Multi-Faith Pride event featuring musician Dr. Andy Pelletier is Thursday, August 21st, 7:00 p.m. at the temple. How good and pleasant it is to dwell together in unity. Registration is required and all are welcome to attend. See Temple Talk for link details. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Yeah.
Shehechianu Moma. So our theme for our service this evening is journeys, and it's almost like every single week that from week to week, from Shabbat to Shabbat, we are on a journey, whether it is sprucing up our houses, or doing work, or managing family and friends and the world and the news and every single thing. We're also on this journey in the Jewish calendar, where tomorrow begins the month of Av, the Hebrew month of Av. And it's during this month that we commemorate the destruction of the first temple and of the second temple, and other historical events also have been attributed to this day. The expulsion of Jews from Spain, the Warsaw Ghetto closure, and it's a really difficult time in the Jewish calendar because it's really hot outside. We kind of feel this like oppressive nature, and then we have this commemoration that happens throughout the summer. And this commemoration kicks off 7 weeks between Tisha B'Av, which is next week, toward Rosh Hashanah, where every single week we have a different Haftarah that is supposed to bring us consolation. But we're kind of in the hot, heavy part of the month of Av beginning tomorrow. So we are all on this journey together, and linking our time between now and Rosh Hashanah is also quite a journey, getting from the middle of the summer to the fall. So as we are singing and praying tonight, we might think about what kinds of journeys that we are currently on. Hopefully they are good and pleasant, and maybe they're not, but we're all here together as a community to support each other. We'll begin our service on page 120 with the lighting of Shabbat candles. I'd like to invite up Barry and Cheryl Himmel to light our candles for us. Please. Oh. Go ahead. So we're going to either read 1 or 2.
1.
Go ahead.
Excuse me. As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us.
As their brightness.
As the brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we in our own day be among those who kindle light.
Okay. Go ahead and light them. Go ahead. Mm-hmm. Sure. Pick up the whole thing. There we go. Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. English?
Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
Beautiful.
Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner
Turn now in our prayer books to page 138 as we welcome in the Sabbath presence, the Shekhinah, with Lecha Dodi. We'll sing together verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. And at the end, in verse 9, we'll rise and face the doorway and welcome in this metaphorical presence. Page 147. O God, you are as near as the very air we breathe, yet farther than the farthermost star. We yearn to reach you. We seek the light and warmth of your presence. Though we say you are near, we are lonely and alone. Oh, let our desire be so strong that it will tear the veil that keeps you from our sight. Let your light release our darkness and reveal the glory and joy of your presence. Please rise for the Baruch Hu.
Yai,
may be seated. Back on our purple piece of paper, we have the words to Melody of God of Creation, which is our interpretation of the Ma'ariv Aravim prayer, which blesses God for bringing on the evening.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidbaro ma'ariv aravim b'chokhmah potiach sharim. God of creation, who makes the evening fall from light into darkness with the setting of the sun. You unfold the heavens with brilliant moon and stars and wrap our souls with peace. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidbaro ma'ariv aravim b'chokhmah potiach sharim. Baruch atah Adonai Ha'amariv Aravim.
Page 151. Wisdom and wonder, passion and instruction, story and symbol. All these things your Torah gives to us. And the more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and gives. What could be a truer token of your abiding love than this holiest of your works and the living language that gives it form? Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Shema is on the following page, followed by the Ve'ahavta on this purple sheet. Rise if you wish.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod, Shem Kevod, Malchuto Leolam, Leolam Vaed.
Page 159. Sing the song of men and women joined in understanding and respect, the song of God's miracles, an earth protected and cherished, a gift for our children and the generations to come. The song of a land once ravished by war, now quiet and content, her soldiers home to leave no more. The song of a world redeemed, the song of peace. Join together in Mi Chamocha. Continue with Hashki Venu on page 160, our prayer asking God to protect us as we go to sleep tonight.
Hashki Venu, Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, Lahamidenu shomreinu lechayim. Hashki Venu, Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, Lahamidenu shomreinu lechayim. Ufros aleinu sukkah shalomecha, v'takneinu be'etz hatova milfanecha, ve'hoshienu leman shemecha, להגן בעדנו, השכיבנו, אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, והעמידנו שומר בצל כנפיך תסתירנו, כי אל שומרנו ומצילנו אתה. כי אל מלך חנון ורחום אתה. השכיבנו, אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, ועמידנו שומרנו לחיים. השכיבנו, אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, ועמידנו שומרנו לחיים. ושמור צאתנו ובואנו לחיים ולשלום, מעתה ועד עולם. ברוך אתה אדוני הבורא סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים.
Blessed are you, Adonai, guardian of Israel, whose shelter of peace is spread over us, over all your people Israel, and over Jerusalem. We'll rise together on page 164 for the Amidah.
Adonai, Zevatai tivta, ufi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, Zevatai tivta, ufi yagi tehilatecha. Oh God, open up my lips as I begin to pray. Oh God, open up my lips as I begin to pray. Adonai, Zevatai tivta, ufi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, Zevatai tivta, ufi yagi tehilatecha.
166.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Vekonei HaKol, Vezocher Chasevo v'Imachot, Umevig Geula Livnei V'neihem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer Umoshia Umagen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magin Avraham, Bezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Leolam Adonai, Mechayei HaKol Atah Rav L'Hoshia, Morid Hatah, Mechakel Chaim Bechesed, Mechayei ונאמנה לחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
Please be seated. Join together in the English at the top of page 173. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh HaShabbat. Our moment of giving thanks is on page 176, singing Be'al Kulam, the bottom half of the page. O God, our Redeemer and Helper, let all who live affirm you and praise your name in truth. Blessed are you, Adonai, your name is goodness, and you are worthy of thanksgiving. We'll join together in the English, our prayer for peace on page 178. Grant abundant peace to Israel, your people forever, for you are the sovereign God of all peace. May it be pleasing to you to bless your people Israel in every season and moment with your peace. Blessed are you, Adonai, who blesses your people Israel with peace. Baruch atah Adonai, Hamevarech et amo Yisrael Bashalom. We now have our prayer for healing for those people in our lives who are in need of it, whether it is their body or their mind or their spirit. In our community this week, we are praying for the healing of Shoshana Batbraina, Gail Miro, and Sarah Taub. And if there are others that you'd like to mention, I would encourage you to do so. We'll start on this side of the room. Our Misha Berach this evening is on the middle of the purple page, El Na Rafan Allah. Just as Moses cried for Miriam's healing in the Torah, so do we cry out for the healing of all those we mentioned. May they find a swift and speedy recovery very soon. We'll take the next few moments for our own personal prayer. During my senior year of high school, I attended the Alexander Muss High School in Israel program. Raise your hand if you've ever heard of this. Yeah, you did that too? Amazing. You did too? No one in my family at that time had ever been to Israel before, like anybody. It felt like a true journey. For 2 months, our morning classes were all about Jewish history, the land of Israel, and current events. We went on extended tiyulim, or trips, throughout the semester for hands-on learning throughout the country of Israel. My teacher, Reuven, did you have him? No. Made Aliyah as a young man and grew up Reform and then became very, very religiously observant. And by the time I knew him, he had 6 children. And he lived, and probably still does live, in Shiloh, which is in the West Bank. At the time, I did not understand what that meant. However, he had a deep impact on me. He prodded us, all of his students, to consider what it means to be a Jew living outside of the land of Israel. Looking back, I believe that he was trying to get us to make Aliyah, to move to Israel permanently. This question has stuck with me throughout my life. What does it mean to live outside of the land of Israel when it is available to us now? How can we be firm in our decision to live in the United States and care about Israel, critique and all from afar? Our double Torah portion, Matot Maseh, which is the last in the book of Numbers, this week discusses just this point. There are 2 tribes, Gad, G-A-D, and Reuben, also Reuven. These 2 tribes request to stay on the east side of the Jordan River by saying, "It would be a favor to us if this land were given to your servants as a holding. Do not move us across the Jordan." The desire and request to not join the rest of the Israelite tribes in the Promised Land, where God had already apportioned the land, did not make for a smooth conversation with God and Moses. In fact, it made God very angry. God made it clear that in this moment, that only men under the age of 20 would enter into the Promised Land, except for 2, Joshua and Caleb, so that everybody who wandered throughout this 40-year journey would be wiped out if they were over the age of 20. God did not have faith in the people that after they had all been through this journey together, that they would be faithful to God in this new place. If these 2 tribes declined God's blessing of living in what will be Israel, then Moses and God would have failed, and the people would be punished. Eventually, the Gadites and the Reubenites pledged to be the shock troops for the rest of the Israelites who would eventually enter into battle. They would make sure that since they're there in the first line of defense, that they would join in. In the Torah, they restate their commitment twice, that they would leave their children and their wives and their livestock to support the rest of the 10 tribes in battle. God accepts their oath, but follows through in not allowing anyone over the age of 20 to enter the land. We may see ourselves in the plight of the Gadites and the Reubenites. We too are people living outside of the land that has been restored to the current state of Israel. We too have chosen, either directly or indirectly, to have comfortable lives outside of Israel. If we take this text literally or read ourselves into it too closely, it may be uncomfortable to admit that we have more in common with the Gadites and the Reubenites than the rest of the tribes that crossed the Jordan River. Since the inception of the state of Israel, and even before, Jews living outside of the land have played an important role, not as shock troops necessarily, but as financial and emotional supporters. Jews around the world have directly donated to Israel or bought Israel bonds. Some of us have lived there for extended periods of time, have encouraged family members to study, live, and work in Israel. And since October 7th, our community, along with others, have been talking more about Israel, advocating for bringing home the hostages, and praying for peace in the entire region. Right now, my husband Brent is in Israel on a volunteer birthright trip. This is the first time in 20 years he has been there, and he's there along with other adults ages 18 to 50, and they're helping out by picking produce due to lack of day laborers, working in greenhouses, packing food at a food rescue organization called Leket, and visiting children and elderly in the hospital in Ashdod, I believe. Every day, Brent updates me and the rest of the Facebook world, you may have all seen them, I don't know, on what he's doing there. He has shared how it feels to run into a bomb shelter when a red alert trills his phone. He saw the destruction of the most recent round of missiles from Iran. And since touring the Nova Music Festival site in the city of Sderot, October 7th has become more of a reality for him than it was before. And, of course, he's staying in Tel Aviv, and he's gone to the beach, and he's eaten great food, and he's met other Jews from around the country and Israel in similar life stages to him. Physically being in Israel is only part of the story. The rest of us know that because we have some distance from the realities of the bombings and the destruction, we may see current-day Israel in a different light. The news articles of starvation in Gaza are plentiful. Just this week, Reform leaders and conservative Rabbi Jill Jacobs wrote an op-ed piece about how, as lovers of Israel, we cannot look away to what is happening right now in Gaza. As outsiders, those outside of the land, we have a different perspective than those living inside Israel. I asked Brent directly, have you heard anything about this? And he said, no, which is fine. He's there to learn about what's happening in Israel right now, but he's too close to it, and Israelis may be too close to it to understand what's happening just a few kilometers away. There are even protests this week, actually, in Israel about how Israel can do more to abate hunger in Gaza. And to be sure, Hamas is also to blame for this, failing to come to a ceasefire agreement, and is to blame for the hostages who are still living in hell beneath the earth in tunnels. There are also, from an outside perspective, horrendous stories of Jewish settler violence against Palestinians in the West Bank, shootings and stealing and running people out of their homes. The CCAR, which is the rabbinic organization that I'm part of, the Union for Reform Judaism, the American Conference of Cantors, wrote a joint statement this week condemning that violence and urging the Israeli government to take steps to ensure safety in that part of the country. Jewish supremacists terrorized a Reform Jewish community in Ra'anana around Yom HaAtzmaut for viewing an alternative ceremony to that day. And also this week, an Arab member of Knesset was also harassed, and his car windows were smashed in while he was inside the car, and the police stood by and watched. No place is perfect. Israel is not perfect. For today, for all of us, living outside of the land of Israel may mean loving it, and also calling out the difficulties that we see from our perspective. This is different from those who hate us calling for the end of Israeli independence. This is different from chanting from the river to the sea, either on the Jewish or the Palestinian side. This is about being observers and supporters from across the river, like the Gadites and the Reubenites, who may be able to see the situation from a different perspective. I know, and I believe many here, will be there for Israel, but we cannot be blind to her flaws. Shabbat shalom. We're now going to return to our prayer books on page 586. I invite congregation to please rise.
Aleinu leshabeach ladon hakol, laten gedula liotzer bereshit, shelo asanu kegoyei ha'aratzot, velo samanu kamishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, vegor aleinu kekohamonam, vanachnu korim, umishtachanim umodim, lifnei melech malchei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. ונאמר וידוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד ושמו אחד ושמו
Please be seated. Our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, and those whom our friends and neighbors have lost. The martyrs of our people whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. Today we are remembering those who have died in the most recent 30 days: Phyllis Bernstein, Marvin Ornstein, Beth Ann Dettelbach Howell, and also recognize Elaine Hirschman, who died earlier this morning, who will be laid to rest on Tuesday. We also remember Philip Abe, Samuel Ackerman, Ellen Adler, Irene N. Alexander, Charlotte Bertman, Morton Bobowick, Emil Brard, Florence B. Cohn, Evelyn Copsey, Solomon Feynman, Saul Lou Phlox, Sidney Friedlander, Esther Geisler, Jeanette Goldstein, Suzanne Green, Harry Herman, Lily Hummel, Jane E. Hirsch, Enora Sue Carr, Dr. Richard Klein, Bessie A. Clivens, Nathan Crone, Gerald L. Locks, Louis I. Lieb, Louis Leitner, Melvin Lipton, Dinah Margalewski, Shirley Menden, Charles Zale Moore, Dr. Richard Myers, Edna Nelkin, Max Oken, Molly Paschow, Florence Rose, Therese L. Rosenthal, David Shear, Sylvia Schönbrunn Shore, Gloria Schulak, Henry Silverman Jr., Herman D. Simon, Harry W. Stark, Dr. Albert L. Steinfeld, Bettina Tina Stone, Roy Thal, Jack J. Truhaft, Jack S. Truhaft, Harriet H. Tushman, Dr. Ralph L. Zucker. Are there any other names that we'd like to mention this evening? The words of the Mourner's Kaddish are on page 598. We rise together. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divrach yiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agalal v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabba mefarach le'olam olmei almaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemed kudesha b'richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Zichronam livracha, may their memories be for a blessing. You may be seated. We're going to end as we began with the journey song on our purple sheet.
The second one.
The second one.
You can't look at the first one, you have to look at the second one. We're on many journeys.
Oh. Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Shabbat shalom.
Please join us in the hallway for Kiddush and Motzi.